say the Bible is the only manual you'll ever need to get through life. I'm just going with an old used edition of Don't Sweat the Small Stuff in Mad Magazine. Alfred Newman said it best. What, me worry? But, great music and motivational lyrics can get you through tough times, that's true. But I'm always wary about songs with mixed messages. And one song that I'm worried about is an artist, probably named Meatloaf, had a song that went, I would do anything for love, but I won't do that. And I realized this heavy-set visionary was probably screwing this hardcore vegan groupie, and she wanted him to go gluten-free. And he's like, no fucking way, I'm not going to do that. I'm Meatloaf. I eat what I eat, bitch. I'll give you 3 reasons why this is not going to work. First of all, kale makes me derail. And second of all, tofu is totally taboo on meat's menu. And third of all, my next tour is sponsored by Hamburger Helper. So 2 out of those 3 are bad. Okay. If you're not familiar with Meatloaf song references, I'm totally sorry. They can be found on the Essential Meatloaf Collection, the hit singles. If you already own the Essential Meatloaf Hit Singles Collection, I'm sorry. But forget the motivational music and the manuals. Forget just great, fantastic wisdom from somebody who's older. Well, we tell you like it is, and that's my grandmother. She was brilliant. And then I realized all that brilliant wisdom came from her having a few cocktails and talking to a Ouija board. She claimed she was a free spirit, which meant it was always open bar at her house. She used to sit me on Saturday nights. It was great. It was grilled cheese night and Ouija night. And after a great grilled cheese sandwich, we'd sit at the dining room table, and she'd get the Ouija board out, and it was like she was contacting the dead to get dirt on the living. It's kind of like Twitter for witches. She'd start off, okay, Marcus, here we go. I'm gonna hashtag rigor mortis now. Let's see who recently kicked the bucket. Oh my God, that Janice Lewis died. She was a horror. Oh, Marcus, I'm so sorry. How old are you again? I need to see some identification. But she was really upset when my grandfather passed away. We would sit at the Ouija board for hours trying to contact him, and she'd, of course, have a few cocktails back in her, and she'd be like, okay, let's try to contact your grandfather. General Eyeblight, this is Gertrude, I won't be ignored. We'd sit there, and I'd just be like looking at her going, hey, is anything gonna happen? And she'd be like, it's not working. She'd have some more of her spiritual brew. And by this time, she had the shake so bad, so much booze in her system. But then she'd try again. She'd be like, okay, all right, let's see if we can contact your grandfather. What? Are you there? Huh? Look, the board's shaking you. I think your grandfather's presence has finally arrived to ignore me. And I'd be like, Grandma, it looks like you're shaking the board. She's like, no, I'm just channeling your grandfather's Parkinson's. Now, please be us a dear and get us some drinks. You've had a long flight. And last but not least, my grandparents, they did run a funeral home, so I could see their fascination with Beyond. And they always wanted me to come visit them, and I was completely freaked out to go in there. And like, my grandma, this happened, it was actually a showdown one day. My grandmother was standing in the front door of the funeral parlor with a drink in one hand and a cigarette in the other. She's like, come on in here, Marcus, you gotta visit your grandparents, we're really busy, we want to see you. I said, I'm not going in that goddamn place. She's like, look, I understand. Hanging out with the really dead is a lot different than hanging out with the Grateful Dead. Your grandfather can vouch for that one. But it's not the ones that have left us peacefully and moved on to another world. It's the living that you gotta be worried about. And I'll tell you what, you gotta watch your back, your wallet, and your private stash of hooch. So get in here to visit your grandparents and see our stiff of the day. And remember, one day this will all be yours. What you told me. That's my tongue. Thank you.